become very happy. Whereas the demons, they flew away. They can't. They don't find interest into it. Their minds cannot tolerate hearing your glories. It runs away. And that is why they are not also attached to you. They don't become attached to you. But this is truth that to the point we will, anybody will have a demoniac tendencies within him. To that time, till that point, to that degree, mind won't be, attracted and attached to hearing the glories of the Lord. Mind will run away. As soon as the hearing of the glories of the Lord will be meant to hear the way or the names, and the mind runs away. The mind runs away. That's nature. That shows and the demonic side still maybe lurking in somebody's heart. Whether divine people, when they hear your glories, they become attracted to it and attached to it. So you control the senses of both the divine and demoniac. By divine people, you control the senses by making the senses attracted and attached to you. And demonic people, you control the senses by making their mind and so their senses and mind rebel your glories, and they are not at all attracted to you, but to your illusory form. So you control your Rishikesh. That's what he has said. So these are now glorifications, sung by Arjun, um, for the Lord. So this is another set of glorification which has been sung. After the Chatushloki Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna spoke Param Brahma, Param Dhama, Pavitram Paramam Bhavan. And this is the second place where now Arjuna is glorifying the Lord in a in now in these ways. This is the second stage. This is the second place in Bhagavad Gita. And eventually he will not, because he is now offering his now is the first time. Actually, he's not just glorifying over here. His glorification will eventually turn into prayers. So we'll see the next 10 verses actually. Those were the prayers of Arjuna also to the Lord after seeing his universal form. Not after, he's seeing the universal form. So he's now praying. So let's begin. If you don't have any questions. If you have any questions, you can raise your hand, else I'll begin from now. That is Namaskar. Yeah. Kasmakshaten Kasmakshaten Namairan Mahatman Gariyase Brahmano Api Adi Kartre Ananta Devesha Jagannivasa Tvam Aksharam Sad Asat Tat Param Yat. Yeah. We
O great one, greater even than Brahma, you are the original creator. Why then should they not offer their respective obeisances unto you? O limitless one, God of gods, refuge of the universe, you are the invincible source, the cause of all causes, transcendental to this material manifestation. Yes.
Yeah, so he is saying some things which is very, he is using these terms, Ananta Devesha Jagan Nivasa. You are Jagan Nivasa. Prabhupada will explain. Let's read the purport better. Yeah, yes.
By this offering of obeisances, Arjuna indicates that Krishna is worshipable by everyone. He is all pervading and he is the soul of every soul. Arjuna is addressing Krishna as Mahatma, which means that he is most magnanimous and unlimited. Ananta indicates that there is nothing which is not covered by the influence and energy of the Supreme Lord. And Devesha means he is the controller of all demigods and is above them all. He is the shelter of the whole universe. Arjuna also thought that it was fitting that all the perfect living entities and powerful demigods offer their respectful obeisances unto him because no one is greater than him. Arjuna especially mentions that Krishna is greater than Brahma because Brahma is created by him. Brahma is born out of the lotus stem grown from the navel abdomen of Garbhodaksha Vishnu, who is Krishna's plenary expansion. Therefore, Brahma and Lord Shiva, who is born of Brahma, and other demigods must offer their respectful obeisances. It is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam that the Lord is respected by Lord Shiva and Brahma and similar other demigods. The word Aksharam is very significant because this material creation is subject to destruction, but the Lord is above this material creation. He is the cause of all causes and being so. He is superior to all the conditioned souls within this material nature as well as the material cosmic manifestation himself. He is therefore the all great supreme.
Yes. So Arjun over here, after saying the previous words that the demigods are offering you obeisances, so it appears over here that he is clarifying, no, my dear Lord, their paying obeisances to you is not wrong. It's not at all wrong. No, it suits you. It suits you. Why it suits you, Baba? Because Prabhupada says, you are Mahatman, you're the great one. So, and also you are the Devesha, right? No? You are the master of all the demigods. So and then Jagat Nivasaya. No, you are the shelter of everything. You are the shelter of entire Jagat, in which even the demigods surely come. So he is he is saying all these things that you are the object of respect for every living entity. So because you have a generous mind. Prabhupada says to be, Mahatman as to be, he says the word Mahatman, Prabhupada says that, no, which means he is the most magnanimous and unlimited. And also Mahatman can also mean that he is a he has generous mind. He's very generous. His Lord is very magnanimous. Magnanimous means what? You know, you do whatsoever to him. He's not affected by it. He's always kind and generous to the people, even to the demons. And then he says, "Oh, and you are the Ananta, you pervade everything. You are Deva, Devesha, you are controller of all Devas, and Jagan Nivasa, you are shelter of everything." So, no, for what reason should the gathering of devotees not offer their respects? They should, and these devatas are devotees, maybe mixed devotees, but they will because you are such great. There is no point that they will not offer. So he is more clarifying why they are paying obeisances to you, my dear Lord. And Brahma ji is something over here been mentioned because they should offer respect to you. Even you or even the great Brahma should also pay, and he is also paying obeisances. Because Brahmaji is nothing. What he does, he is a secondary creator. You are the primary creator. You create the elements. He just mixes the element. You know. So why he should not? Even you, he has taken birth from you. You know. So he is clarifying that yes, what is being done by the demigods is the right thing. They must do it. If they don't do, is a problem. So no, Krishna over here Krishna over here is actually no is is not no is he is not like of a no he's a competitor who is looking for supremacy. My dear Lord, you are not a competitor. People sometimes pay obeisances. Obeisance means they pay their respects because because a person may be a no Jabardasti he has become the top man. He has defeated all his competitors and he is on the top. He is a dictator. No, no, you are not a dictator. You are constitutionally supreme, my dear Lord. So Bhagavad Gita actually tells us very clearly, although in our Vedic scripture, it looks like we have many gods. There's a polytheism, but no, it's very clear. We don't have many gods. We have only one God, and every other small god offers him respect because they are his assistants. So many used Western people, when they hear about these demigods and all, so they get into different understanding about Sanatana Dharma. But when Krishna over here has been said, Arjuna is saying that every pain is paying obeisances to you. Yeah, because he is constitutionally supreme, and not just his constitutionally supreme. He is the benefactor. He's a shelter of everyone. Jagan Nivasaya. you know so generally, it's not generally, it's a custom that you must pay your respects to the person who's giving shelter to you. You know, so they are just showing that particular thing, and he is supreme in all situation. So so he is clarifying basically that why these demigods who are paying obeisances are not doing anything wrong. It suits you. They must do it. That's then he says next shloka 38. This is a now series of prayers which he's performing. Huh? It will turn into see you see. Tam Adidev. In between you get any question, you should raise a hand and ask. But you should not come. It's simple section. No? त्वम् आदिदेवः पुरुषः पुराणस् त्वम् अस्य विश्वस्य परं निधानम् वेत्तेसि वेद्यं च परं च धाम त्वय्तात्तातं विश्वम् अनन्तरूप. Prabhu, one thing I'm not explaining the words, but these words are not which has been used adjectives for the Lord is not normal. They are worth to contemplate. So please, uh, you know, try to understand it nicely. Read ahead.
You are the original personality of Godhead, the oldest, the ultimate sanctuary of this manifested cosmic world. You are the knower of everything, and you are all that is knowable. You are the supreme refuge above the material modes. O limitless form, this whole cosmic manifestation is pervaded by you. Purport. Everything is resting on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, He is the ultimate rest. Nidhanam means that everything, even the Brahman effulgence, rest on the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. He is the knower of everything that is happening in this world. And if knowledge has any end, He is the end of all knowledge. Therefore, He is the known and the knowable. He is the object of knowledge because He is all pervading. Because he is the cause in the spiritual world, he is transcendental. He is also the chief personality in the transcendental world.
Uh, so he over here actually he is glorifying the Lord as see because prayers have different sections, right? No? So one of the sections of the prayers is to sing the glory of the person to whom you are praying. So right now he is praying the glory. He is actually he is speaking the glories of the Lord. So you are Adi Deva. You are Purana Purusha. Tvam Asya Vishwasya Param Nidhanam. No, you are the Nidhanam. You are Param Nidhanam for entire creation. Vettesi Vedyam. You are the knower, sir. No, you are the knower. You are the one who is to be known, and you are the transcendental, and you are the Dhamma, refuse of everyone. Tvai tatam tvai tatam vishwam ananta rupam. And you have, and you pervade the entire unlimited, you pervade the entire universe into unlimited form. So these are something which Prabhupada is explaining over here. Prabhupada writes in his purport translation over here. He is saying you are the oldest, the ultimate sanctuary of this of this manifested cosmic world. You are the knower of everything, and you are all that is knowable. See, this is very amazing, no? Vettesi, no vettasi, no vettasi means what, sir? You are the knower, acha, and you are only knowable. You are the knower, and you are only to be known. No. Will you anybody like to say what does it mean? You are the only knower and you are only to be known. Anyone like to share something, share a thought on this while Arjuna is saying?
Prabhuji, Arjuna is saying that Krishna is the knower of everything. He knows all past, present, and future. Nothing is hidden from him. At the same time, if one
Okay.
knows Krishna, there is nothing more to be known.
So you are the knower and you are to be known. So you are to be known means what do you say? To?
Prabhuji, I said, if one knows Krishna, there is nothing more to be known, as Krishna himself says. Sarvasya chaham hridhi sannivishto matta smritirgyanam. Vedescha sarver aham eva vedya. Means from all Vedas I am
Ah,
to be
very good, very good. Yes. Yeah, yeah, right. So no, he's the one who's been known. And if you don't know him, you don't know anything. That's so because he's everything. If you know him, you know everything. Because he is, as he said, he's quoting this verse, Vedesya sarva Veda Veda Vedanta Krit Veda Videha Shaham. So the Vedas are the source of knowledge, and the Vedas is not different from the Lord. So in this way, no, he is the knower and he is to be known. So if what does it mean if we know Krishna, then actually we know everything. We know everything means what? We know the right position, the right use of everything. And if we don't know Krishna, we don't know the right position of every being, neither our own self, and neither its right use. So over here he is stating that, my dear Lord, when I understand your position, like this, um, by understanding your position, what happens is that my vision of my life, will be deepened, broadened, and very much enlivening for me. So, because you are the imperishable, you are highest refuge, you are the, And so you are all those things. So if I understand you, it's very clear that you will that my understanding that my by understanding your position, I will be also my vision will deepen, and will probably be very broaden. And if people don't know Krishna, then very superficially their knowledge is. Their vision is very, very superficial. Their vision is only how I can enjoy the life, how I can engage this thing in my enjoyment. And very narrow-minded people they are. You know, if no, they don't want anybody else to enjoy that thing. No. But whereas when we understand Krishna's position very clearly, we know that is truth. That a devotee becomes very broad-minded. He is very broadened in his vision, and is very enlivened by it. So there are three things over here: Krishna's divinity, his all-pervading pervadedness, and his being a guardian of dharma. Means he's he's a lord of all experiences and emotions. So when somebody understands Krishna's supreme divinity, what happens is his vision gets deepened. What does it mean? Now he can see beyond the surface appearances. So now when he understands Krishna's divinity, uh, rather than being allured by things that may promise pleasure or alarmed or may alarm us, that is a trouble thing. We can learn that I learn to perceive your presence in all things, people and event. So neither I am fearful of it, neither I look, neither I go for some flickering pleasure from those things, because I know it's all you which is present. They function according to you. And when I understand, oh my dear Lord, your this divinity, my vision is broadened by understanding your position. I stop seeing the events of my life solely in terms of immediate cause and effect. I start seeing them as a far-reaching plan that extends over many lifetimes. So a devotee becomes very broadened in his vision. Whereas karmi people, non-devotees, they're very narrow. They just think about not even this complete life, because they don't think about death at all. Whereas understanding that his Krishna supremacy, a devotee understands that, oh, he understands he has a very broadened vision. And also when Krishna supremacy makes us understand that he is the experience and emotions of everything. So, then a devotee knows why to look for some sensual pleasures, rather than he goes for goes for an everlasting, uh, true pleasure, rather than promising, so going for something which is promising some flickering sensual pleasure. So the Lord, so these are these are something which is to be very very much thought about it. How the Lord is all these things. Adideva Purusha Purana. Because see, we have affection, we have attachment to all such people whom we think. They have such, with they see, just give me an example, bro. Anybody who is very much knowledgeable, or who is who is very knowledgeable, who is not attracted to them? Anybody who is knowable by everyone, who is not attracted to them? And in this world, everybody is attracted to such people. Who is not very much attracted to people who are giving shelter to thousands of people? But we are fool, we don't know that he is Param Nidhanam. We are not attracted to him much. Why? Because we never thought about it. We foolishly, uh, people who are created by some flesh and bones, they are trying to, they are giving shelter to thousand people means they may make, maybe, employing thousand people under them. He's giving payment to them. He's a shelter giver for them. Or some PM or president, he becomes a shelter giver of the country. And people are attracted to them. But not attracted to the Paramnidhanam. He's a refuse of everyone. He's a refuse of everyone's soul and the body both. So, these, when he is praying, this is Arjuna's prayer. These Arjuna's prayers. Any prayers done by great devotees are very meaningful. So we know he is Vishwam Ananta Rupam and he pervades everywhere in unlimited form. So uh, we should, I would say, when we read, we should think about these words. Specifically, if you can't understand, you reading the purport is very helpful. And after reading the purport of Prabhupada, you can go back to the verse and see each word which has been there and think about it. The way Prabhupada has mentioned in his purport, has explained it. Now think about now each word how it has been explained in Prabhupada's purport. So then this will make us go into more deeper into this, and eventually for you it will be a very for us it would be a very uh, like a eureka experience in your consciousness. So because bhakti is about not doing big things, it's about doing small things in a very huh? Anyone? So doing small things in a very
Consistent.
anyone persistent, okay? Yeah,
Consistent.
consistent, okay. Anything else? In a very conscious way. Yeah, so bhakti is not about doing some big thing. Small things that you do as a routine work, that routinely we do, is to be done very consciously. And that's how we advance. So, yeah, text verse, which he says over here. So, his prayers are continuing, and then we'll finish. वायुर्यमो अग्निर्वरुणः शशाङ्क प्रजापतिस्त्वं परि प्र प्रपितामहश्च नमो नमस्ते असुसहस्रकृत्वा पुनश्च भूयो अपि नमो नमस्ते. So he's offering prayers now. Namo namaste. Yes.
You are air and you are the supreme controller. You are fire, you are water, and you are the moon. You are Brahma, the first living creature, and you are the great grandfather. I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto you 1,000 times and again and yet again. Purport. The Lord is addressed here as heir because the heir is the most important representation of all the demigods, being all pervasive. Arjuna also addresses Krishna as the great grandfather because he is the father of Brahma, the first living creature in the universe.
Yeah, so he's offering his obeisances by using these adjectives to the Lord. That, my dear Lord, you are the Vayur Yamo, uh, among the you are the Vayu, you are the Agni, you are the supreme controller Yama. So no, you are Sashanka, the moon, everything. Actually, you are the moon, you are the Brahma, you are everything. So because he has said in the previous verse, na? The previous verse he said which one word that you are, which word he is explaining over here from the previous verse? Huh? All pervading. Which word? The last line of the shloka. Tatam Vishwam Ananta Rupam. You pervade the universe in unlimited form. Which unlimited form, sir? So he's saying over here, Vayur, Yamo, Agnir, Varuna, Sashanka, Prajapatis, Brahma, Parapita, and your Parampita. So what I do, sir, to you? Namo Namaste, Te Astu Sahasrakritvaha. So 1,000 times I pay my obeisances to you. you know. Uh, so I therefore offer my respect unto you 1,000 times. I said 1,000 times only? No. And again and yet again. Punascha bhuyo api namo namaste. I offer my obeisances to you. So this is, and Prabhupada says why he is using this word, over here as Vayu and all those things. So he is uh, he is over here actually. Baldev Vidyabhushan actually explains that these all words describe only you. Okay, I'll show you. Read this. Yeah, he explains the same thing. Just read it over here. One very good analogy has been spoken. That's why I'm showing you. Yes.
All words describe only you. You are all devatas, represented by the list from Vayu to the moon god. You are Brahma, Prajapati. Brahma is the grandfather and you are his father, so you are the great grandfather. All these forms are you, since you are spread out in Vayu, and others by being their cause. Since you are the possessor of spiritual and material energies, you are like gold spread in bangles and other objects made of gold. Since you are worthy of respect by all, I offer respects to you. 1,000 times I offer respects to you, and again I offer respects to you.
So he is always saying that you are like a gold spread in bangles. So actually, somebody may say it's bangle, but actually, what it is, it's gold. You know. So somebody may say different, different forms has different names, but is actually is what made up of is made up of the Lord. This is because it's like a gold. The gold bangle is made of the gold. The bangle when we call is a bangle, not with the gold. But actually, the bangle is nothing but the gold. So he's saying over here, say you are spread out in Vayu, and because the air gives the form. So all the forms which are there in this world are actually, are the form of made by the Vayu. And you are that, and you are that Vayu, right? No? Vayu means, you are that is his your energy. So you are spread out in Vayu and others by being their cause, since you are the possessor of spiritual and material energy. You are like a gold spread in bangles and other objects made of gold. And that is why, my dear Lord, I offer my respectful obeisances to you 1,000 times, and again I offer respects to you. So over here, these prayers are born. These prayers are born in Arjuna's heart, you know, by remembering uh, no, by remembering Krishna's greatness. So, so over here, when Arjuna is offering his prayers, so somebody may say, does Arjuna's prayers alter the mood of his relationship with Krishna? Yes and no, both. Yeah, contextually, yes, over here, because Arjuna is offering obeisances repeatedly and apologizing. Eventually, he will apologize. You will see. And overall, no, also, because Arjun eventually after this will continue asking, pertinent questions to him, and their discussion culminates with their with Arjun saying yes to Krishna, fighting and continuing his friend relationship with the Lord. So, uh, see, prayers are natural and a prominent feature whenever there's a human and divine interaction. Whatever people consider to be divine, if it's Krishna, if so, some people consider some chamatkar to be as divine. Then immediately people start offering prayers. Uh, so it's natural. No, it's natural for the jiva to actually offer prayers. Only the object of the prayer may be no, maybe not be proper. So, over here, prayers are springing out of the heart of Arjuna because there is a no, there's a human and divine interaction. Over here, he had interaction before also. But now he is seeing a very, 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 huge form of the Lord, which is also divine, you know. It's showing its what, So he is very much awestruck with it. And that is why all these prayers are being, no, have come sprung out of him. It's very natural. Uh, so, uh, but in other places in Bhagavad Gita, also it doesn't, because over here he is very much awestruck with the divinity. You know. So Arjuna's prayers, are very highly referential mood right now. So from these, 36 to 46, I already told to you, these are prayers which are offered, by Arjuna. Who was his friend before, but now the mood has completely changed. So that mood has changed because of the divinity which is seen. So prayer is called as a spontaneous human response whenever the human encounters some awe, very awestruck or divine something, you know. So Arjun's exhibit this response, to the universal form is very natural. He wants to offer his obeisances actually to the divine, as we might know, as we when we go to the deity, and we do obeisances, we offer our obeisances. You know, only thing is that he is perceiving the universal form is present everywhere. That eventually you will see, he will say, I pay my obeisances to you from front, from back, from side, from everywhere. So Arjun has a change of a mood over here, but it's contextual. It's not that overall. So you will see now these prayers will unfold in that way. He will be very much awestruck with you know with Krishna's great divinity. So he's going to say something very is very, very unique in these. But the prayers are sprung out whenever there's a interaction of divine and human and a divine. So if somebody who says, I don't get prayers, how to become prayerful, simple. And if you understand the divinity of the Lord, you will be prayerful. So one has to understand the divinity of the Lord and one's insignificance. If anybody understands this, is but natural that prayers too sprung from one's heart. So over here now, Krishna is saying, Arjuna is continuing his prayer. Namah Purustad Atha Prishtaste Namoste Namo Astu Te Sarvata Eva Sarva Ananta Viryamita Vikramastvam Sarvam Samapnosi Tato Shi Sarvaha. Read. Translation.
Obeisances to you from the front, from behind, and from all sides. O unbounded power, you are the master of limitless might. You are all pervading, and thus you are everything. Purport. Out of loving ecstasy for Krishna, his friend Arjuna is offering his respect from all sides. He is accepting that he is the master of all potencies and all the powers, and far superior to all the great warriors assembled on the battlefield. It is said in the Vishnu Puran, Yoyam Tavagato Deva Snipam Devatagnaha Staptvam Eva Jagat Shrestha Yatah Sravo Gato Bhavan. Whoever comes before you, even if he is a demigod, is created by you, O Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Yes. So these are some of these, prayers right now over here, as I said to you. He is amazingly saying, I pay my obeisances from all directions to you. So this is, so out of great devotion, uh, no, he's saying, I was not knowing. Um, so here actually he is actually it's been said out of great devotion, not knowing how much ever could be sufficient, Arjuna is saying, I offer my obeisances to you again and again. And not just again and again, because you are Sarvatra, you are everything. So you are situated in the back, in the front, everywhere. So I pay my obeisances in all directions. You have unlimited virya and you have immeasurable Amita Vikramaha. And so that you are expert and you are also expert in applying scriptures. So over here, he's saying very clearly, see, he's indicating that some person maybe have single power, like Bhim have extreme physical strength. Duryodhan was having extreme intelligence for learning. That is why he was very favorite student of Balaramji. No? But Arjun tells over here, Arjun is telling that you are the cause of no, because you have everything. You don't have a single power like other human being have, maybe have single. You have all powers in 100%, and you are everywhere. You reach everything. Sarvam samapnosi. Therefore, you are everything. And this verse actually, which Prabhupada quotes away from Vishnu Puran, you are the Lord, Devatas who approach you, who lead you, the creator of the universe, because you're everywhere. Because you're everywhere, Sarvo Gato Bhavan, so I offer my obeisances to you from all sides. From the back and the front and all sides. So you have infinite power and immeasurable skill. So this means actually Krishna's understanding the Lord's divinity. Actually, if somebody understands it, he has to become a devotee, because he will prepare his obeisances to him. And foolishly, till the point people don't understand Krishna's supremacy, but that the nature of worshipping Supreme won't go away. So nature of worshipping Supreme always will remain. So then people in all directions pay obeisances to Maya. They pay obeisances to Maya from front, from back, from all sides. What does it mean? Paying obeisances to Maya. Wherever they because we have to pay obeisances. Because it's the nature of the human jiva to seek shelter and to worship, worship the supreme, the divine. So if he feels beauty to be divine, mundane beauty to be divine, he pays obeisances to that. If he feels mundane wealth to be divine, he pays obeisances to that. Somebody feels mundane fame to be divine, he pays obeisances to that. If somebody feels all these six opulences mundane to be very divine, he pays obeisances in all direction to that. He goes and sees something beautiful, he pays obeisances to that. He sees somebody very, very wealthy or wealth, he pays obeisances to that. Obeisances mean what? He gives his head to that person. And heart also. You know. So over here, Arjun, being very clear with the divinity of the Lord, he is actually offering obeisances to the Lord in all directions because he is no. All this is but is the Lord. Sarvam sapnosi tatosi sarvaha. So, sir, I offer my obeisances to you in all directions from all sides because you pervade the entire universe. This is your product. Like the same, there are gold in earrings and the bracelets or the bangles. So you are everything. So the devotee who understands Krishna's divinity, he when he sees something beautiful, he understands, oh, it's Krishna's beauty. So he pays obeisance to the Krishna's beauty, Krishna, not to the just the beholder of the beauty. You know. So and beauty is what? Beauty is the beauty of the heart. You know. But if somebody doesn't understand that, he just pays obeisance to the beauty which is in the flesh. No, he becomes ardent servant of that. So that's what is the glory of knowing Krishna's greatness. Uh, we rather than becoming a devotee of Maya, we become devotee of Krishna. So over here now he says, Acha, yeah, this question is
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, here Prabhupada is saying loving ecstasy, but at another place we see with awe and reverence. So does Prabhupada mean the same by saying loving ecstasy?
yeah, because loving ecstasy means that day we were talking this Thai bhava, so bhava changes. It's a loving.
But it is mixed with awe and reverence, no, Prabhuji?
Yeah, but it's loving.
Okay. And
It's
Prabhuji, one
loving.
more question. Yeah. Prabhuji, you said about obeisance is giving head and heart to that person to whom we are paying. So Prabhuji, in Bhagavad Gita, we see that Krishna says, Man mana bhakto madhyajavam namaskuru, he says. And again in Bhagavatam, he says, Nama sankirtana se sarva pranamo dukkha samanas. He is again and again telling to pay obeisances. So Prabhuji, that necessarily means with head and heart, because if it would have been with head, then Krishna would not have said man mana. If he's saying man mana, there he's saying mind. If you are not able to do man mana, then at least pay obeisances. So here, while saying pay obeisances, is he including giving head and heart, or is saying at least pay? What is that?
No, actually, when you pay obeisances, you have to apply both. If you pay obeisances to a deity, you just put your head or heart also.
Prabhuji,
You know?
I am saying from internally giving our head means giving mind, na?
Yeah, both it is. It has to be both, bro. You know, you know. And any boy is very attracted to a girl, just when he gives his head also or heart also.
Yes,
He
he
has to
gives.
give it separately. Separate देता है कि ये लो अब मेरा head, फिर थोड़ी देर बाद मैं heart देता हूँ. Both goes.
Hmm.
You know, it doesn't so same way. It is not the, it's not different. Uh, it goes together. But for us, giving to Krishna here is a problem for us still. Because yet we are not much attracted to the divinity of the Lord also. So अभी तक हेड दिया है, हाँ हाँ हम सोल हैं, हम भगवान के दास हैं, हार्ट भी दे रहे हैं धीरे धीरे. बट जब मटेरियल चीज आती है तो दोनों चीज देते हैं, साथ में देते हैं. You know, depends on how much we are attached to it, attracted to it. ठीक है.
Prabhuji, just one clarification. When Krishna says man mana, there he's saying give mind. Then he's saying mat bhakto, become my devotee. If you are not able to do that, then do. And at last, if you are not able to do the remaining three, at least pay obeisances. So Prabhuji, initially saying give your mind, but if you are not able to give your mind means pay obeisances. It means that paying obeisances does not include the mind, na Prabhuji, if I am not wrong. Because
No,
one,
those are actually those are not, those are not gradation of, somebody may say it is a gradation of submissiveness to the Lord. Man manavo man bhakto madhyaji ma namaskuru. If you can't do this, then actually Krishna says you should do all these things. No? Krishna is not saying in that way that if you can't give your mind, you give this, you give this, you give in that shloka at least.
Prabhuji, I
No,
have heard that in lecture. That's why lecture में ऐसे ही
no,
सुना.
actually. No, actually, it is in the other context, in the 18th or 17th chapter, when Krishna is saying over there, he says something like that. You know, over here, so if you go to the verse Man Manava Man Bhakto, actually that is a Paribhasa Sutra of the entire Bhagavad Gita. Yeah. So that Paribhasa Sutra we have only discussed. No? So in that, Krishna actually is saying all this is done by those who actually seek shelter of me. Uh, So he's saying in this way, and if somebody considers that okay, okay, this is a gradation because man diya hai man mana वो मत भक्तो अरे बाबा मन नहीं दे सकते तो भक्त बनो ऐसा थोड़ी है भक्त मतलब you how you can become bhakta if you're not giving a mind.
I have heard that अगर मन नहीं दे सकते तो एटलीस्ट वैदिक भक्ति फॉलो करो रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस के साथ
Ah,
वैसा सुना
okay,
है।
but in Vaidhi Bhakti, no, okay. This is right. This is right. That if you are not able to give mind, you do Vaidhi Bhakti. But Vaidhi Bhakti, we are taught to give mind eventually, right? Na? Hmm.
Yes,
Right? Na?
eventually.
If you don't, wherever we remain we will remain a neophyte only. Hmm. Yeah. Is that makes sense then?
Yes, please, please.
Yeah. बोलिए सत्यनारायण प्रभु.
Hare Krishna. Bro. So, like, not in the same context, but like there are many shlokas, and which is different depending, like in the sixth chapter or in the Dhyana Yoga where Krishna mentions how to meditate also. But it is not that everything we follow from the Gita or like. So, I just want to understand ki when some topic has to be understood with respect to the essence, sometimes some verses that Krishna have mentioned might contradict. Like basically it not contradict. It is not in the same context. So how to understand? Like even the Kaushik Prabhu that just now has mentioned the shloka in the similar context. How to understand how we can align which shlokas with this context and how
So
to
we have
yeah.
to read very properly those shlokas, the explanation which we are hearing it, which Prabhupada has written it, and acharyas what have spoken about it. We just follow in that way. If acharyas Prabhupada has emphasized it, has spoken about it, the way he has spoken, that way we think about that shloka. Else we'll be called as a speculator.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. It's our duty that we read properly. And when we explain the each word also of the shlokas, no, it has to be within the context of the shloka. That is why if we are not so well read, it's better to repeat just the what acharyas are saying. That's much, you know. Cross references, if you wish to give, is very good throughout the scripture, but you should know which references to be quoted because it may be that you may quote some reference which is not so much suiting the current context. So it all depends on eventually understanding the the scriptures properly. That's what I would say. Is that clear too?
So ultimately, yes, bro, that's clear. That's clear. So ultimately, like as you mentioned, also maybe in 3, 4 classes earlier, also we're reading Bhakti or we're studying Bhakti Shastri in the context of practicing Bhakti, not in the means of understanding philosophy. Because if you go philosophy wise, meaning can become anything based on the time, place, situation, and the mood the reader is carrying. Correct, Proj?
Yeah, we just follow what has been written down by explanations written down by Prabhupada mainly, and we follow in that, and we explain. We have just tried to explain in that line only, and understand also in that line only. Even if we are quoting other shastras, acharyas, it has to be in that line, and we apply it in accordingly. That's what I would say. Okay,
Because
yeah,
this
right. Hmm.
similar situation also have faced over like while discussing or like discussing classes with devotees or contemplating. Many such things arises. So that's the reason I was little worried. So
Uh,
when we are discussing or reading, or even after the class, when we actually go through the verses, maybe for our self sadhana. So in that means also we should be only bind by the context that we are reading, maybe with respect to the purport
yeah,
itself,
yeah. Oh,
and just try to
context is
understand.
very important. Yeah, context is very important. कॉन्टेक्स्ट निकाल दिया तो कुछ अलग हो सकता है. कॉन्टेक्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट. और कॉन्टेक्स्ट में ज़्यादा समझ में नहीं आता तो सिंपल जो प्रभुपाद ने लिखा है उसको पढ़ो, आगे बढ़ो. दैट्स मच सफिशिएंट. दैट्स परफेक्शन ऑफ रीडिंग. जस्ट वन मोर श्लोका प्रभु फॉर टुडे एट लीस्ट. दिस इज अ वेरी यूनिक श्लोका. सखेति मत्वा प्रसभं यद्युक्तं हे कृष्ण हे यादव हे सखेति अजानन्त महिमानं तवेदं माया प्रमादात् प्रणयेन वापि यक्षावः सारथम् असत्कृतोऽसि विहारशयासनभोजनेषु एकोऽथवापि अच्युत तत्समक्षम् तत्क्षमये त्वम् अहम् अप्रमेयम्. He is asking forgiveness from his previous friend. No, amazing is this. पढ़िए.
Thinking of you as my friend, I have rashly addressed you, O Krishna, O Yadav, O my friend, not knowing your glories. Please forgive whatever I may have done in madness or in love. I have dishonored you many times, jesting as we relaxed, lay on the same bed, or sat or ate together, sometimes alone and sometimes in front of many friends. O infallible one, please excuse me for all those offenses. Purport. Although Krishna is manifested before Arjun in his universal form, Arjun remembers his friendly relationship with Krishna and is therefore asking pardon and requesting Krishna to excuse him for the many informal gestures which arise out of friendship. He is admitting that formerly he did not know that Krishna could assume such a universal form, although Krishna explained it as his intimate friend. Arjun did not know how many times he may have dishonored Krishna by addressing him, "Oh, my friend, oh Krishna, oh Yadav," etc., without acknowledging his opulence. But Krishna is so kind and merciful that in spite of such opulence, he played with Arjun as a friend. Such is the transcendental loving reciprocation between the devotee and the Lord. The relationship between the living entity and Krishna is fixed eternally. It cannot be forgotten, as we can see from the behavior of Arjun. Although Arjun has seen the opulence in the universal form, he cannot forget his friendly relationship with Krishna.
So here Prabhupada is saying that Arjun did not know how many times. No, he is admitting that formerly did not know Krishna could assume such a universal form. Although Krishna has explained it. Krishna explained in 9th chapter, 10th chapter, 7th chapter, his greatness. But it didn't made Arjuna offer these prayers like that to him. But over here, when he's seeing it, this universal form, so he heard it, he was okay, he was having faith, but now he's saying, wow, ऐसा क्या? You know, like, like, as I just remembered one thing, like we say, na, uh, we have heard, na, only if you know the next person sitting to you is who, you will never offend him. Right now, we hear, na, a devotee, right? Only if you come to know the next person who's sitting beside you and honoring prasadam, he's engulfing tak load of prasadam. But if you know he is the assistant to Madhumangal in the spiritual world, will you dare to speak anything? And suppose वह भी खाते खाते he takes the gopa form, what will do? What will do? We'll pay our obeisances to him. You know, we will stand out and say and bring all paraphernalia and start worshipping him. You know? So something like this has happened to Arjun. Krishna was his friend. He had heard from his all his opulences, but now he's showing it. Bah! Oh, बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया. Now he is saying, sir, I said you so many times, my friend. Oh, Yadav. Oh, yo. Oh, on all those things very casually. I sat with you. I slept with you. Shayana, भोजन, आंसू. अभी क्या क्या किया? कितना कमेंट मारा? Oh, oh, भगवान. Oh, please forgive me. Sorry, I didn't knew. And if you don't forgive, what will happen? Now he has rose. He has arised from his slumber. You know, when we arise from his slumber. See, this is truth. This happens. That you all may be staying with some devotees, who may look to be very simple, and we may joke with them just because they are unequal. But eventually down the line, some of them may become spiritual masters. Some of them may become great sannyasis, big preachers, big people, spiritually elevated. Then we will sing, My Lord, only if I would have taken the benefit in the right way. क्या क्या बोला है मैंने उसे, क्या क्या सोचा है उसके बारे में, अभी क्या होगा? Similar kind of a thing is coming in the mind of Arjuna over here. Because seeing Krishna with 1,000 heads, no, he's praising him, offering respects to him. And Arjuna now shows a very reverential courtesy, over here. No, and he's specifically telling these words, that see, Krishna, I addressed you just Krishna. I didn't address you Shri Krishna. Shri has to be there, na? Prefix. No, if you don't use prefix, you say it's a disrespect to the Lord. You have, my dear Lord, my dear Krishna, I didn't ever say to Shri Krishna. Oh, sorry. I have just addressed you, Yadav. It's very disrespectful to say to say just that you're a Yadava. Because saying Yadava doesn't shows your supreme position in that family. Because I should have said you're the best of the Yadus. But I just said to be Yadava. I addressed you as a friend. It's very disrespectful. Because, you're not the friend of me. You treat because you treat everybody equally. You are not a friend of anyone, you're not an enemy of anyone. But I said you to my friend. Oh, moreover, sir, I played with you, I rested with you, I sat and ate and joked with you. I have treated you very much respectfully. You are truthful and straightforward. But, I have insulted you by giving many suggestions to you. My Lord, while alone or in the presence of other joking words, sometimes I have joked with you alone, and sometimes I have joked with you in front of others, making a mock of you. Oh, please forgive for all that I have said and all the way I have treated you till now. Please, forgive my offenses. In this way, he is speaking this prayer to Arjuna, to his Krishna, O Achyuta, who remains a friend unfailingly, even undoing offenses by me. That is possible because you have inconceivable power. You are aprameyam. So, so he's also saying, no, there is one more explanation given to this verse. He is saying, see, sir, I said to you, you are the son of Vasudev. He said no way here. Oh Yadava. So one of the explanation is I said to you, oh Yadava means you're the son of Vasudev. Are Vasudev was not famous. So you are well-known son of Vasudev, who was not so famous. Who was just a mediocre fighter, a normal human. No, mediocre fighter situated in the same chariot as another fighter's Ardharatha. Whereas I'm Arjuna. I was well known as the son of King Pandu, who was a great warrior. Now he was Athiratha, and Vasudev was what? Ardharatha. I just told you you're a Yadu. What mistake I did. Well, Vasudev is not, I should not have correlated to you as Vasudev's. Because he's just Ardharatha. where I treated myself to be great, because I am the son of Athirata, Pandu. So Krishna, so each of the three names addresses implies that Krishna is in a low position, is not suitable and is low and is not suitable in addressing the Supreme Lord. So Arjun is figuring it out, and what all nonsense I have spoken to him, which all way, sir, very sorry. I told you Yadav also, I know this is wrong because you do not have the king's position in Yadu dynasty, but I have kingship over Puru dynasty. Sir, my dear Lord, my friendship with you is not because of the greatness of your forefathers, not because of the reputation of your family, but it is simply based on familiarity. I beg pardon for such rough words I have spoken, for intending the above meanings. I have just seen you as a normal person, and being familiar to you, I have spoken these words. Sorry, sorry, please forgive me. So, so there is a complete 180-degree change in in Arjun's behavior with the Lord, and the Lord will not be so happy with it eventually. And Arjun is going to say, "Sir," but Prabhupada writes very important line, the last of the purport. You know, last line of this purport, he says that although Arjuna has seen the opulence and universal form, he cannot forget his friendly relationship with Krishna. Because it's impossible for a living entity to forget his relationship with the Lord. So this is something very, very good for us. And, we know, but in our conditioned stage, we have forgotten. We have to just come out of that conditioned stage, and our relationship with the Lord will be revived in our Sarupa Siddha. The way we were when we were in the spiritual world with the Lord. So it's not forgotten when it's got covered over. Okay, we end over here, Prabhu. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada.